Hey, RetconRaider here, and welcome back to Xenonauts 2. As today, we may be short a raider, but we're certainly not short on work. We've got a second destroyer downed, ripe for the plunder. And, not to sound callous, but there's plenty more raiders where Val came from. We've still got like 20 more on the waiting list, and that's not even getting into the 50-plus rank-and-file viewers still clamoring to get in. Though a few have started sneaking in through the cracks. You know who you are. That aside, like I said last time, as sad as it is to see Val go, being a raider mainstay and all, he certainly won't be alone. We're into month 3, just starting to see some really serious pushback, so who knows? We might even lose someone today. Especially since this squad is a mite bit shakier than Squad 1 was. A lot of our A-listers got sidelined during that run. So, we'll at least try to hedge our bets, perhaps. Bring some spare guns along with us this time? Oh, okay, well, scratch that. Apparently the devs put the kibosh on that. It would seem that if our carry weight is too high, we simply can't take off. Which I guess is fair. I might experiment with that off-screen. In theory, we could potentially finely tune our weight balance, so we can just barely eke a couple of extra guns in, but I don't know. I'm kind of trying to avoid that level of micromanagement if at all possible. Especially since, it would still come at cost. We'd have to leave other things behind, like potential grenades, or... Well, I suppose that's actually something we could still load up on. Yeah, like I said, I'll think on it. Raiders on site. Seb off right. Far enough away I'm not too worried about him, but obviously I'd rather deal with him than not. All it takes is one bad roll. Oh, come on, really? All right, let's see what we can do here. Oh, right. Yeah, okay. So, the flash did do something, it just didn't get him all the way there. I suppose in the future we should try to hit those guys right in the face with the flashbangs. There's probably drop-off the further it gets from center of blast. Though I would have to double-check that. Looking pretty good on left. Hold here. And keep whittling this guy. What's that, like 50 and change? Alright, let's get a smoke on him. It won't knock him out. He hasn't taken enough damage for that just yet, but it will block line of sight. Not just for him, but for anyone else who might be out behind him. Aside from ones coming directly from left or around on the right. Got a lot of blind spots here. All right, hold. Friendly. Seb pulls a runner, fair enough. Nice. Alright, so Seb's now at like 20 and change damage and 8 stun. Not great, but we can certainly work with it. Civ's still alive over there, so in theory it should be pretty clear. Minus this guy, of course. We'll see what we can do. But I don't have great expectations. Is there a button you can push to change your throwing arc? I seem to remember that being a thing, but I might be thinking of a different game. Alright, I think we're pretty good over here. Let's regroup on right. Deal with that guy, then use the building for approach. Just keeping him softened. I would like to go for caps. I mean, they're worth twice as much as a corpse. But I do suspect that we're going to have to start killing pretty proactively. Given what we ran into last time. We'll see how it goes here. Hold. Wow, that is quite an arm. Thankfully, it turns out that our gas mask is multi-purpose. At least two in there. I will also say I might just go ahead and start slapping gas masks on everyone if that's going to become a regular thing. Like, it's already good to have it on tap for smoke, but neutralizing poison is definitely a nice bonus. Guy's too far back. I don't see us safely approaching. We'll go ahead and blow out a wall. Keep track of the guys inside. Set shield wall. That'll make a good firing position. Might land a solid hit or two. But, you know, obviously, ultimately, our advance is kind of stalled until we can deal with that reptile roaming off right. Fire in the hole. Oh, sorry. Sorry about that, sir. But, hey, did more damage to them than I did to you. For what that's worth. Plus, we also pinged the Mantidin back. That would be the only thing that actually poses much threat at this range. Jab, why don't you go ahead and start circling? Just be wary. Hold. Hey, not bad. I mean, you're definitely dying, but Oh, my goodness. No, thank you. Yeah, you know, I feel bad about clipping him, but I really don't think it would have made much difference. I mean, that guy was going to die pretty much no matter what, given his position. But at least this way, he spares the guy in green. And he got in a couple of decent licks on his way out. Fire in the hole. And keep laying it on. Neutralize these two, and then hopefully the guy off right as well. That'll leave the Mantid back. Cover clear. Target's locked. Target 1, out. And there goes 2. Would have been nice to go for Cap, but really can't afford to right now. Oh, yeah, that guy's got a bio rifle. That's not ideal. Though on the bright side, every symbiote he shoots at us is free cash. Not a lot, but, you know, it adds up. Man, this guy is not making it easy. Jeb, can you get eyes on? Okay. Fall back. Hold. Red shirt. Green shirt. Oh, buddy, if you had just stayed put. Oh, gosh. Really? Straight through like 6 tiles of smoke? Oh my goodness, come on now. Alright, at least you're out of cover. Take him out. Actually, get this thing off our backs. McLeod, buddy. Okay. My goodness, guys. Guys. Hey, there we go. Thank you, Henrik. My goodness. Ah, that's fine. That's fair. Seymore? And that will do it. With the Mantid dealt with, we can now focus down this fellow. My goodness, for a second there I was about to throw a fit. Our entire squad undone by a single symbiote. Actually, just go ahead and lock him. I'm not going to risk Arrow's life on an 18%. Even if it is, technically 3 shots. Reposition. Keep our guys covered. Hold. Oh, for fuck's... You know what? Scratch that. That actually works. Oh, hi. Forgot about you. All right. Jeb, please put this guy out of our misery. Enemy. Scaled back. I'll give it to him, though. He really made us work for that. Him and his 3 buddies in the building. Where'd that symbiote get off to? We'll just hang here for a sec. Patch our wounds. With any luck, that thing will just drop dead of its own volition. Arrow. Let's go ahead and get you tucked in. We've also got a shotty there if we need it. Hey, there you are. Change of plans. Let's go ahead and nix that guy. Nice. You mess with the raiders, you get the raid. All right. Hold. Okay, we've got bad guys in the back room. At least one, possibly 2. Let's see if we can punch out more walls. Fire in the hole. Ooh. All right, all right. That's fine. We're still a pretty long ways out. We'll just, we'll use this round to close. Get ourselves into this very fine mess. Cover. Move to flank. Oh, and Jeb, come on, bud. Seb, okay. You know what? Maybe we'll actually capture this one. Though I suppose I shouldn't tempt fate. We've still got the whole UFO. Target out. Sorry, bud, just couldn't take the chance. We'll maybe go for caps on the ship. I mean, I guess technically caps also do come at cost, because every alien you capture is a corpse you're not using for the corpse analysis projects. At least until you actually complete those projects, because, yeah, then you have reason to go for caps, because they're worth more. But prior to that, you're probably better off going for that 10% damage bonus. Sir, could you get out of here? Dead symbiote out back. Free money. How we looking out here? Okay, okay. Bo? Oh. Well, it is not in fact clear, but that is not what I was expecting. Also, lake means our crash site is back left. How are we looking over here? Hey, another survivor. Nice. But nothing else. Honestly, just seeing a live Civ does put my mind at ease, because, you know, if there were aliens out here, they almost certainly would have mulched him already. We'll see if we can shoo him off to safer climes, whilst the rest of our squad clears the coast. Oh, sir, that's not... All right. Well, good luck with that, I guess. Seb on the tree line. Hunker. Let's see if he maybe pokes his head out. But we will start pushing Jeb up. We'll get him right up on the other side of those trees. Still have visuals, so you know what? Let's lock him down. Hold there. We don't know what else might be off left. But I would like to bring Arrow over. And you. Sir, this really isn't the time for this kind of boulder approach. Maybe just get clear and leave it to the pros. Oh, hey, he actually listened. But we did hear a door, so let's GTFO. You too, sir. Come on. Might not have been the front door. Let's just, yeah, just bail. This guy's staying put. Let's get aggressive. Arrow pushing up. Ooh, okay, okay. Jeb. Get this done, prim and proper. Target out. One less thing to worry about. How are we looking off left? Okay, okay. Still got some blind spots, but approach feels pretty clear. And I mean, lake's definitely clear. So let's start actually grouping off this way. Approaching perpendicular is a bit awkward, so we'll actually head back towards this boulder. We'll use that to make our approach. So this time we are not going to stack on the door. I've talked to a few folks about it, and I mean, really it was a habit, a bad habit that was left over from early access back when door cheese was still very much an option. But these days, and especially on the higher difficulty setting, obviously, it's just not as feasible. So what we're going to do instead is keep a safer distance, at least initially, and punch the door out from afar. The hull of the ship itself is essentially indestructible. But the door is not. So while it might take multiple charges, we'll see if we can knock it out from 10, 12 tiles out. Yeah, we'll have McLeod hit it over this tree line. Just need to decide where everyone else goes. This plus the rock makes a double wide shelf we can perch on. Sniper, both riflemen. Shotties and our other shield can come in off right. Hug the corner a few tiles out from the door. Right over, say, here? Yeah, that feels pretty safe. Bow and jab on backup. We essentially want them ready to pop out and flank anyone who tries to rush. Couple of doors, so obviously something's still alive on there. What we're not hearing is a Mentark, so it might have actually died in the crash. Fire in the hole? Oh, no, okay. That's fine. We'll hit it again next round, but they know we're here. Hang tight. Just keep guns trained. Yeah, just hug the corner here. Hang tight. Nothing that time. Fire in yonder hole. Ah, yep, glad we didn't stack. Well, actually, if we had, we would have been close enough to immediately flashbang, though it's also possible there's more we're not seeing. Nice, nice, we'll take it. Okay, okay. Hey, all right. Let's see who's left. Or we could just hold. I mean, why tempt fate? Yeah, hold. Hold. Oh, you. Right. Yeah, I guess. Man, that arm, jeez. I think that does clinch it. We're going to want gas masks all around. Let's clear the cloud. Carefully. Try to minimize contact. Still have two just inside. We heard the mantid pull a runner, and it is bleeding out, so with any luck, it won't get far. Nice tag. Take some shots, then get clear. No, take a breather. Let's risk it. Let's go for... Oh, gosh darn it. Flashbang out. Nice. Trim the guy on door. Also nice, thank you. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Just hang tight. With Jeb at the ready. Start bringing you up. Hold. And there's our Mentarch. So at least 3 left. There you are. Lock? I would very much like to get that guy suppressed before we push. Ow. Alois, could you please shed some light? Target locked. Still an awkward angle, but now safer to approach. Keep shots on tap. Oh my goodness. Okay, well. Jeb, can you possibly graze? I mean, if we can do anything to this guy. It is at least an incremental improvement. Yeah, that's fair. Bo? All right. Just hunker. Really don't want to blow up more salvage than we have to. Hold, I guess. Sure, come on up. You suck! Fine, I can live with that. Push! Target's locked. Target grazed. Nice, nice. That's 50 on the closer Seb. Hoping that Manchid's the one we wounded. Seb 2, clear. Jeb. Seb 1, clear. Someone please, please swat this bug. Keep a smoke on tap just in case. Oh my gosh, guys. Smoke. Really not sure how this one's going to work out for us. Outlook is hazy. Seymore. Oh, man. Seymore, say less. My goodness, that took like... Oh, hi. Hello. So we're not actually done just yet. We've still got something that could very easily kill someone lurking in back. Plus, potentially others as well. Set for secondary breach. With points on tap where possible. You just know they're going to try to push out just as we're ready to go in. Always seems to work out that way, doesn't it? Two doors, so stack on both. I am tempted to stop and heal, but at this point we just really don't... We don't have time. We already saw that thing poke out once. I'd rather not give it another chance. Oh, no. Let's not do that. Oh gosh, please. Please tell me it's done. Get out of here. And we are good. Oh man. Yeah, that was pretty messy, but no one died. I'm gonna call that a win. Obviously, our breach tactics still need some work, but I would still say that was a marked improvement over the first one. You know, no one came back in a body bag, though I think pretty much everyone picked up a few scars. Oh gosh, yes. Everyone but Jeb, weirdly enough. You'd really expect him to have gotten tagged in there somewhere. Even caught a couple of strays for our trouble. Would have been nice to get more, but again, I'm certainly not going to sweat a little extra cash as long as everyone comes home. And man, look at that just truckload of medals, my goodness. Golden Stars on Jeb and Bo, Crux Solaris on Jeb, Crimson Hearts, Rite of Passage for Seymore and McLeod, and of course, Golden Star on Henrik as well. Awards for bravery all around. Come on back, Raiders. Destroyer UFO, plus 200,000 monthly funding. We have gathered sufficient data on destroyer UFOs to provide the world with detailed plans for clearing these alien vessels. As a reward, the Funding Council have increased our monthly funding. A cash bounty will now be paid for each destroyer crash site left to local military forces. Completing the mission ourselves will cost operations points, as we will need to negotiate with the local government who are keen to acquire the alien materials and technology for themselves. The bounty will be collected automatically if the crash site times out. Oh, I am not sure how to feel about that. I mean, I get the intent. Like, obviously, they want to slim down the number of repetitive fights you would get into in the normal course of a campaign. But at the same time, like, the crash sites are your primary source of resources and gameplay. So it does feel weird to see a mechanic specifically dedicated to slimming that down. I don't know. I'll percolate on it a bit. It's, like, it makes sense. But, you know, at the same time, I was planning around the idea of lots of UFOs to raid for loot and XP, and I'm just going to have to adjust my expectations. Anyway, let's check out these lasers. Laser weaponry. The remarkable properties of Elenium have finally brought handheld laser weapons within our grasp, Commander. A prospect that appears to have generated a significant degree of excitement among the rest of our organization. Although annoying, this enthusiasm is not misplaced. My research suggests lasers will substantially outperform our existing ballistic firearms in terms of damage output, and are much easier to aim due to the projectile traveling at the speed of light. The laser apparatus in these weapons is relatively simple, differing little from those already commonplace in modern electronics. The challenge has always been that delivering sufficient power for military use requires an energy source the size of a truck, rather defeating the point of making them man-portable in the first place. Thankfully, the enormous energy density of Elenium virtually eliminates this problem. Though heavier than an equivalent ballistic weapon and requiring more frequent reloads, these lasers can be carried by all but your most feeble soldiers. Finally, as you are no doubt ignorant of the finer points of laser physics, note that these weapons are not heat rays. As such, they do not cut or burn their victim. Rather, they are beams of coherent light that pulse many hundreds of times per second, superheating and blasting away the surface of the target with each one. Such weapons have little trouble tearing gaping wounds into biological flesh, but are also extremely destructive, though not penetrative, against harder targets, such as enemy armor or battlefield terrain. What an awkward sentence. But yes, that is correct. As I recall from early access, lasers do not penetrate armor, but rather will strip it away on impact, thus making targets more vulnerable to subsequent shots, as opposed to magnetics, which will try to punch right through. So it is a bit of a trade-off. You also get that aim buff, makes it better for low accuracy characters, as well as the low recoil, makes it ideal for rapid-fire weapons like assault rifles or machine guns. But it inflicts energy damage, which, as we saw with the Sebillians, certain enemies are resistant to. Not to mention, I want to say, although it doesn't mention it here, I want to say they're blocked by smoke. Someone will definitely have to check me on that. Still, nice to have more options, even if it will be a while before we actually get any of this stuff built. I am debating just skipping magnetics entirely. I mean, there's a bit of a trade-off between the two, like magnetics do have their pros, especially against Sebillians. Or perhaps I'll differentiate based on weapon type. As for our next project, let's go ahead and knock out these observations. We've got 16 days before our next paycheck, so that's enough time for both, plus the plot project. Though, that said, I believe Observation Sebillian actually unlocks additional medical tech, which would also be nice to unlock early. As for all this stuff, no point in cluttering up our queue just yet. We've still got 3 other projects in line, so we'll get those done first. Which gives me time to think on it. Oh, nice. And we have multiple corpse projects ready to go too. Which will not only unlock our damage bonus, but will then also tag any additional corpses we acquire as saleable goods. Man, we really haven't encountered many sectons, have we? Weird pacing. Those always struck me as like the basic beginner bad guys, though I guess cleaners technically fill that role now. Speaking of whom, I imagine it's not too much longer before we'll see the cleaner base mission pop, so we can mop those guys up once and for all. And yeah, as much fun as it might be to hold on to a captive mantid just as a mascot, I don't think we can afford it this time round. Sorry, bud. I'm sure you'll find a home out there somewhere. He'll be fine. Missiles online. We've got two sets of Warden in the queue. Millennium generators. Once the Millennium generators are up, we can start the training room. Oh, right. Our new assault. A big raider welcome to Raximus Savage and Camille Bell. Thanks for your support, guys. Also, you guys can head on over to the med bay. Yeah, that whole squad got pretty effed up. But yeah, as for these two, I forgot I had done it, but I sent for them right after episode 8. You know, our assaults already spend an inordinate amount of time in the infirmary, so outright losing one like Val, that made me realize that we really needed more on tap. And both seem fairly adequate for the job. Warden Armor Online gives us one spare set. 17 hours on our Seb. And there we go. Observation Sebillian. Having spent some time observing our captive, I feel I must express my admiration for your soldiers. Subduing such a fearsome beast could not have been easy. The Sebillian has been pacing the containment tube like a caged animal since it arrived, roaring furiously and throwing itself against the glass with such frequency that most of my staff have been forced to relocate to the other side of the lab. Basic communication was surprisingly simple to establish, as our captive has never been shy about demanding food whenever it is hungry, which is all the time. It speaks a rough, guttural language with a limited vocabulary that proved simple to translate. Sadly, extracting meaningful information has been difficult. Sebillians appear closer in intelligence to apes than humans, which makes them rather poor conversationalists, and raises some awkward questions about how they came to possess starships. Testing their purported regenerative abilities proved more valuable. For once, it appears battlefield reports have not been exaggerated. My observation suggests the captive is capable of healing damaged tissue at such an astonishing rate that the matter urgently warrants further research. Nonetheless, the process still takes several minutes to complete, an eternity on the battlefield. Finishing these creatures off quickly will prevent it from becoming an issue. Which unlocks tissue regen. Yes, that's definitely one we want. Though, I mean, obviously we've got a number of other things we need to get done first. And even if we did want it now, we wouldn't have time, not if we also wanted to do quantum teleportation. We'll stick to our guns for now, the original plan. Get observation Mentark done, then the quantum teleportation. And then after that, we might do tissue regen, though I will say UFO hull plating is also pretty tempting. But that's for future retcon to worry about. Plenty of other stuff for us to focus on in the short term. That said, I feel like that does bring us to a good place to call it. Ran a little long today, though it was mostly just that truly fraught ground combat, my goodness. This game is not good for my nerves. Still fun, though. We are pushing the hour mark, so let's go ahead and stick a pin in this for now. I will go and take some time to handle the various off-screen logistics. I need to get those new missiles equipped. I need to prep another squad, tweak some loadouts, figure out the order we're doing certain other things in, and we will pick up here next time as we push ever onward towards month 4. You know, when the invasion actually begins in earnest. Since goodness knows they've been going easy on us thus far. I'll see you then. Oh, and special thanks to the Raiders, the fine folks who help make these videos possible, including but not limited to Eerie V23, Revenant, Alois, Bowman, Dragon Matrix 7, Drakiith, EgonAlter, Exsellsior, Gottlieb, James Trimmier, Lady Shayna, Mark Giemza, RandomPassrby, RobbyB, Rowan Church, Triphoppenskip, and Valinrook. Thanks for your support, guys. That said, if you'd also like to help support the channel, then feel free to push the buttons that do the things. Trust me, it does make a difference. Or you could even check out the PayPal, the Patreon, the Nexus GG, or the YouTube memberships. Links are in the description.